Good morning and welcome to Trade with Kam, this live session that begins at 8 a.m. every single weekday morning. So we're going to break down the news, what's happening with gold, what's going on geopolitically, and all of those kind of things, okay? So without further ado, let's give you a little update on where we are in terms of where gold is. So I'm going to reverse my notes. So was broken the $90 a barrel, yeah? And gold will be testing $4,000. It's sat there. So where is it going to go? Where are the next steps for gold? We'll be breaking some of those down during the session today. We'll also be breaking down the trade cards that we have, so it gives you a guide as to where you're going. Because at the end of the day, how can we profit from what's going on? And that's the main reason that you're probably here. But what you need to do is to get an education for yourself. And you need to really understand what's going on with gold, and that will make you a more profitable trader. Okay, so that's what we're going to do this morning. That's what we do every morning, Monday to Friday, from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. Okay, so trading live with Kam, and we were breaking down the trades. We're doing stop losses. We're doing take profits, and all of those things that will help you in your gold trading. So, good morning, and without further ado, going to make a start, and let's have a look and start the day. So I'm going to bring the gold chart up for you, and then we will take it from there. Okay, so what's it doing? So the first thing to do is, obviously the market opens on at 11 o'clock last night. Okay, so the first thing to do is every night, we're very fortunate in the London time zone, because what happens is the market opens at 11 o'clock in the evening for us. Sometimes it's 10 when it's summertime, but that's a very short window. So we can see what's going on. So if you look that day, that tiny movement, and when I say tiny, it is by today's standards, because it's gone from 3982 to 4028, right? So that's about a $50 movement, give or take, which is not a lot for the way the market's been moving over the last 18 odd months, yeah? And then so I look at this, gold eases as market assets. There you go, gold eases market assets, Middle East escalation, Fed hike there. So the two things that are driving the price of gold up or down is the price of oil, what's going on in the Middle East, and whether the Fed is going to put up interest rates anytime soon. And that's linked to inflation and all the news that we kind of get, okay? So that's where it goes there. So back to this. So this is where I start. 8 o'clock in the morning. If I'm just starting to trade, this is what I do. So look at the day chart and see what's going on. The day's buying, okay? What the hour's doing. Let's have a look. So since market opened here, yeah, and this candle here. So, and you can follow this along on TradingView. It's completely free. So 2300 last night, the market opened and it was selling. And then there's a little green candle. Let's just expand these out. That's right. Yeah, there you go. That's 11 o'clock, right? So it was selling, buying. That sale, but it's still the trend is still up. And then it was buying until it hit that the 40.28 about 3 o'clock this morning. And then generally it's been selling. We've got a bit of London's open and a bit of a buy, but generally speaking, we're sold for 3 hours. Okay, so the market is hugging the $4,000 level, and that's kind of where it's at. It needs to decide which way does it break and where does it go, and that will be determined just by the news. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so the news is what drives gold in terms of inflation, interest rates, and obviously the price of oil. And I think that there's a real conflict going on, because what's happening is oil price goes up, gold comes down. Yeah, so our interest rate is going to go up or not. That's one driver. The other is the Middle East conflict about to end or not. So we then go to the 5 minutes and the 1 minute, which is where we live. I love the 1 minute because it shows, it's a lot of noise, but it shows what's going on in the market minute by minute. You can go down to seconds, but you know what? There's no limit to what you can do. So good morning. Let's hope we're going to have a fantastic trading week this week. And we're going to take the first trade card and I'm going to walk you through it. Okay. So sell, understandable, but that's a green candle. So the rule of thumb is don't go into a trade that's moving the opposite direction of where you want to go to. Now it's a sell trade, right? Sometimes it's better because it gives you a better entry, but most of the time just follow the system. So if you've joined us this morning, good morning. And after this little excursion of ours, I'm going to talk to you about where we are in terms of the channel and what's happening. Hope you're enjoying your first cup of tea, coffee, or second or third. That's my first one. So our trade card is saying sell, the market is moving up. So it's not something that I would be entering. Okay. Now my job is not to make you enter as many trades as possible, which is what goes on in a lot of other places, is click, 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 click. My job is to educate you so that you make better decisions yourself and you become a profitable trader. Okay, so we're primarily an education business, and that's where I want to stay. I love teaching, I love sharing my experiences of everything that I've done in my life, not just trading, because there's more to life than just trading. Yeah, so trading is our job, our business, and it's something that we do to make a very, very good living for ourselves and our families. It's not who we are. Okay, so we're human beings, we're husbands, we're wives, we're boyfriends, girlfriends, children, yeah, mothers, fathers, and all those kind of things, which is far more important than any of this nonsense. Okay. So market, I would say right now is at best ranging. And the thing that I've learned about this market more than anything else is patience. Okay, patience. Yeah. So I love trading on a Sunday night. So I looked at the market. Still, I think the World Cup was still going on at that time. So congratulations to Spain. Thoroughly deserved. They were the better team. Haven't really watched them before in this tournament, but absolutely brilliant. They outplayed Argentina every step of the way, and they did it cleanly. So that was a good thing. So where are we trading wise? We are where we are. You know, the data is pointing to selling, and the market is currently going up. The data is never wrong because it's emotionless and it works with over millions and millions of data points. So we need to appreciate what it's doing. Okay. So that is the market going in the opposite direction to where the data is. Okay. It will do what the data does. It just sometimes the data is just a little bit early. So market can be emotion driven. We could be entering 25% of the market is retail clients. So we could be affecting the market, especially when the institution's not doing much. Monday morning, London's just come into the office, you know, so it can be slow, but patience truly pays. Excuse me 1 second. So yeah, patience truly does pay in the market. And that's what I want you to realize, that the market is there for you to take money from, and it should serve you, not the other way around. So as I said, I traded last night, woke up to a nice profit, small trades, don't do big lot sizes, especially when I'm not around. So woke up to a nice little profit this morning. What would it be? About 0.25%, something like that on my account. I'm in a couple of other trades now, selling. And so again, I'm up on one and I'm on my break-even point on the other. Okay. So nice profit of actually over 100 pips on that. But like I said, I use very small lot sizes when I'm not around, not managing trades. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, so 1 minute we'll get the next trade card. So we pull them down every 5 minutes. And if you're not part of our ecosystem, if you're not part of our community, then just scan that QR code and we'll let you straight in. No messing around, no forms to fill. You can have the trade cards. It's a simple version, simplified version to the full-blown, full-fat one, but it gives you the ability to work with me. If you've got an account already opened with a broker, or you've got a demo account, whatever it is that you're trying out, then you can have access to my trade cards and you can follow me along. It is a limited trial, because obviously we want you to come and work with us, right? But it gives you the opportunity to taste what's there before you. I'm going to say buy, but there's nothing to buy because I've got nothing to sell, right? So that's 10 past. So the sale, as I said, we were selling. So that hit TP1 then. Still selling. Yeah, still selling. So if you've got, like I said, if you've got the full fat version of and you're a trader with us, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So 64% direction confidence, which is okay. Yeah, I like to see it above 70, but it doesn't mean I'm not trading. And you'll get your own techniques and you'll get to work out what it is that you want. Yeah, so the market is above 4,000 in terms of the bears will be trying to drag it down and the bulls will be saying, no, we want it to be above this 4,000 or even higher. So I was in a buy last night because it dropped. There was a massive gap there. Great, thanks very much. About 100 pip, small trade, nice profit. So I try and make between 1% and 3% a day on my account. And less so in terms of the fact that I'm paying attention to you guys and doing your messages and everything else, because these 2 hours I've dedicated to you. So I don't necessarily do the most trading that I possibly can. Okay, I hope you understand that. But I do trade live, and I do trade my own account, several of them actually, and some of them are traded for me because we have a system whereby we have a master account, which is again fully AI automated system that trade the accounts for me. I've got 3 of those, and I've got a couple of accounts that I trade myself. But it's my full-time business, so I enjoy what I do. Really, I wouldn't do anything else. So what's that one doing? It's come down nicely. It hit TP1. That's TP1 again. So you could take some profits if you wanted to. If you're not, move your stop loss to break even. But there are TP1 days when the market's just ranging, and there are TP5 and TP10 days. That's the market. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, there's only 2 variables in the market: the button that you press and this. Good morning, Raj. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah. So those are the only things. It's just you and the market. That's all there is to it. Yeah. How you react, what you do, your lot size, the risk you want to take, the greed or lack of it, the over trading. There aren't many systems that actually fail. It's us as human beings that fail. And this one is flawless in terms of the fact that there's no human beings behind it. Yeah, there is a team behind it that develops it all the time. And it's not an algorithm. It's developed mimicking a trader that traded gold for over 10 years. So what they did was they went and sat with him and mimicked his trades, when he goes in, what he does, how it works, yeah. And then the data points and all the rest of it. A trader couldn't take direct data points, couldn't take a million data points. So that's how the system kind of works or functions. I've had this profit for ages in terms of about 150 pips. It's not a huge amount of money. As I said, you know, I lower my lot size when I'm not managing my own trades. Whether that's right or wrong, you know, if you've got the stop loss and the TP's set, shouldn't really matter, but it does to me. So that's my style. I like that. Okay, so it's 15 minutes past 8 already. Time to refresh. It's selling at 76%. So even more confidence in terms of the fact that the market wants to sell. Yeah. I'm going to move this iPad a little bit closer. I think it's a bit far for me. Set up on top of it. That's better. So the market, as I've said before, does what the market does. There's nothing that we can do to control it. But what we can do is control ourselves. And that's what we need to do. Yeah. The psychology of trading and the ideas of, there's a book called Trading in the Zone, chapter 11, Raj really subscribes to it. A lot of traders do. Yeah. Just reading Raj, all the best, brother. If you need a call, let me know where I am. Let me know you know where I am. And if there's anything that we can do to help you, the whole community wishes you well. And we really want you to have a very speedy recovery and come back and join us and be the beautiful person that you are. You contribute so much to this community. And in terms of this community, we're now followed by over 1,000 traders. In 2.5 months from a standing start, that's where we're at. So it shows me the power of what we're doing and how needed this education actually is and how much it's helping people. And when I see people's results, and sometimes they're public, sometimes they just send them to me, just makes my heart thrive to know that I'm helping just one person. That's all that matters to me. Yeah. So all the best, Raj. We wish you well. And so it's 17 minutes past 8. So what did we do with that trade? 4,003. So it's been down to TP1. And then it's up to you. When you hit TP1, it's up to you whether you take it or not. Right? Obviously, if your lot size is small, and your account's going to be small if your lot size is small. Okay? Then you're going to physically not make a lot of money. And it might be £10, it might be £20 per day or per trade. Don't think of it like that. Think of it as your education. You're not paying tens of thousands and sitting in a room for a weekend to learn how to do this. And learning to trade is a bit like going into a classroom and learning to swim. All right? You can't do it. It's impossible. You've got to actually jump in the water and you've actually got to take a few dunks and a few gulps of water. It's part of the experience. So you've got to physically lose a bit of money. But that's the price of the education. But eventually you get the hang of it and you'll start swimming and you'll start trading and you'll know what you're doing. Okay? So that's where we are with that. We don't run courses. This is it. This is the education. Okay? So we do it live in front of you rather than hiding behind some nonsense. So like I said, so that's where trading's learned, and this is what it's at. So we've had TP1. So when you first start, TP1s are fine. Yeah. And then when you got some experience, what you can do is, what you've noticed is that we've had a number of trade cards now selling. So the market at the moment, despite what it's doing there, yeah, and I'll show you this. So if I go to the 5 minutes, it's going down. Look, right? There it is. Every one of those 5 minute candles is down. Yeah, in 50 candles, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 6 candles that are actually green. Yeah, so that tells you that the market is actually coming down. And so when the system is saying sell, 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 you can actually leave your trade open. And we call them runners. And that's where you get the 150, 200, 300 pips from. So if you close every single trade down at TP1, you'll make some money, but you could make a lot more. But it's about technique. And if you haven't learned it yet, that's fine. You will. Show up here or watch the replays. The replays, you've got to then imagine following the trade. But That's fine. If that's what it is, that's what it is. So I give up 2 hours of my day to help you guys, and I'm happy to do that. You know, it's something that I really enjoy. It's part of my psyche, my makeup as a human being to share. And so 20 past 8, let's take the next one. Still selling 76%, and the TPs are coming down, which means the market is coming down. The data is pointing to that. Sometimes the market does the opposite. Yeah, somebody comes in, institution wants to buy, and at some point, what happens is that buyers will come in and feel that it's cheap enough. So I'm a physical buyer of gold at about 3,500. So if it drops to that point, I've got some money set aside to buy physical gold. And there'll be a lot of regular gold traders that will be doing that. So that could be at 4,000, could be at 3,000, could be at 2,000. We don't know that. So remember, behind this chart that we're looking at, behind the option trading that we do, there is a real market there, a physical precious metal that's traded. So that looks very flat. Open it out and you see it a little bit more. 5 minutes, you see it better. 1 hour. See, it's come from there. It was only on Friday that it was there. Yeah. So zoom out sometimes and look at the bigger picture. And this is completely free. TradingView, I don't pay for it. You don't need to. The only time you need to pay for TradingView is if you want indicators. We don't need any. The system that we've developed, don't need any indicators, just need to see the market. And even that, just for your own sanity, really, to be honest with you. You see what I mean? It can do that. It's not huge, it looks massive because I've got the chart set like that. And that's what it can do. So that's why you have your stop loss, and that's why you take your TPs. Okay? But if you've got in early enough and left your trade open, you'll still be in profit and you don't worry too much about it. Okay? And then that's the market. The market does what the market wants to do. There's very little we can do. That's it. So then remember, the trend is still down, okay? Just because it does that makes no difference. When the trend changes, we'll see it. Yeah? And the trade cards will change, and we will then start buying rather than selling. And all of this, I'm telling you from my financial services background. I'm not giving you advice, because I don't do that. I used to, as an IFA, to have a number of quite high net worth clients that I used to deal with. But that's not my job any longer. It's not what I do. But I'm using that knowledge to see, to guide, to help. Yeah, that's crazy. That's mental what's happened there. But it is what it is. Yeah. The movement's not big. I can see that on my charts, on my trades I've got open. Yeah, it's 30, 40 pips. So there'll be something causing that. Somebody's come in and bought. Yeah. There's no news at this time in the morning. That's just It could be a very big buyer, it could be an institution. And as I was saying, that 4,000 mark will be a big trigger for buying and selling for a lot of people. So people will be coming into the market thinking 4,000 is cheap. People will be going out the market and shorting and selling, thinking, God, this is going to drop to the floor. Okay? So very emotional, some of these price levels. 4,000 is a big one at this moment in time. Okay. So 25 minutes, we are ready to take the next trade card. I've got a buy, which is really strange. I'm going to test this again. I don't believe that. Yeah. Standard, 5 minutes. I won't be doing anything personally, so the market could be just doing this for a while. Remember, we trade price action, so we're not that fussed sometimes about the the longer term view. So the market shot up, come straight back down again, and I'm just looking at my own trades. And when you do get a trade card that is changes direction, just make sure your stop losses and your T is set. Okay, and I'll take you through that a little bit later on in terms of what a defined outcome is, especially if you're new. And if you're not, then we'll do that exercise over again. You don't go to the gym and your PT's got a completely different regime for you. It's got the weights are a little bit heavier, which means our lot size can be a little bit bigger. So you're putting in a little bit more effort, you're leveraging your money more, but that's practice. Okay, now you need to play with the lightweights and be in a position where you're comfortable with what you're doing. And so when I'm looking down at my phone and got MT4, MT5 open, it's because what I'm doing is I don't necessarily wait for the set TPs to be hit. If I think, we're struggling, the market is not doing this, I've got some profit, take it. Yeah. If you keep taking profit and getting ready for the next trade, then you can't blow your account. The only time you blow your account is when you're chasing the losses. Okay. So if you think of that trade card now, the data pointed towards a buy, yeah, that's a bit of a red herring. And you've got to be careful of that. But again, it all comes with experience, okay? And try and remove the emotion out of your trading. So the money that you put into your trading account, if you have a live account, that's your capital, that's your working capital. It will go up and down. It will fluctuate. Okay? Yes, of course, the idea is it goes that, but it will actually do that. Just like a bit like the market. It doesn't come down in a straight line. It doesn't suddenly go. Yeah, it does. It does this, doesn't it? Yeah, what it's doing now. So it had the little peak, back down again. So somebody came in, bought, and people start taking profit. And that's what drives the market down. Remember, there's, what's actually going on if people are buying and selling. And that's what's moving the price. So now it's time for us to be careful because the market is ranging and the market could be changing. Yeah. Morning Ian, how you doing? Fine morning. Good to see you. So watch yourselves at all time. Just looking at the market. 29 minutes. Take the next trade card in a minute. See what it does. Been a little bit confused this morning. That's all I can say. It could be that the market's about to turn because the data is starting to point at rather than selling. That's easily done. So let's see. So we had a buy. Yeah. Sell. Weird. Yeah. It's 56%. Confidence level isn't the highest. So the market may be just beginning to enter a phase where it's just going to range. Let's see what the hour's done. Yeah, the hour's just cancelled out the last time. So that was Frankfurt. 7 o'clock, the market opens. The Asian sessions are closing. Frankfurt opens at 7. And then you've got this gold futures likely to remain in bearish technical setup. Chart shows market talk. Right, bearish means coming down. So I'm in that camp right now. I think there's a lot of pressure on gold to come down. Dollar's strong. Oil is $90 this morning. And these are things just nice to know in the background. Okay, they don't need to determine anything in terms of what you're doing. We just follow the trade cards and we trade price action. But at the same time, it's nice to know what's sitting behind it. So at 31, we had a sell, and the market is doing exactly the opposite of what the data is showing us. So those are the times to be careful. Okay. Always trade within your levels. Always trade at a comfortable level for your account in terms of lot size. So it's interesting, it's not going above this level here at the moment. It's respecting this. Let's have a look if there's something further down the road. So we had a lot of activity there. It kind of sat around that level there. So that 4009, 4008 is quite crucial to where the market goes. So it's been down below that, but it's gone back to there, which is crucially above, it's a good $8 above the 4,000 level. So 4,000 may be safe for now. So remember, one of the things that we don't do is we don't enter the market in an opposite direction to where we want to be. So if you're going to go for a sell, you don't do it when there's green candles around, right? Because look, if you'd have thought, look there, I'll enter that, it doesn't matter. Then all of a sudden you're like 60 pips out now. And that's the rule that I've followed quite a lot throughout my trading career, is I don't do that. And then we've had some buy sells in the trade cards. And that just tells me the market is ranging and it's time to be careful. Okay. So it could be heading back towards that. So the range has been 28, which was last night, I think about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, down to 3982. So we got down to around the 4,000 mark. It's safe for now, the 4,000 is. So 34 minutes, got one more minute. So the great thing about the trade cards is I use them as like a satellite navigation system. That it shows me the turn, the traffic jams coming up down the road. Nothing's perfect, of course. The market does what the market wants to do. So we use the 1 minute candle. It's a bit noisy sometimes, but it gives you more information or more immediate information as to what the market is doing. So 35 minutes passed. If you've got access to the cards, then press the button. If you're using the 5 minutes, that is, of course, obviously. Buy. Okay, so now I've got a buy candle. That you're safe to enter that, I guess. 15, that's TP1 already. Gotta be quick when you do this stuff. So the 3 steps is enter the market without hesitation, set your stop loss, and set your TP very, very quickly. And of course, if it hits TP and you do one, if you go out of TP1, just close it. Don't need the stop loss. If you press the button and it goes straight to TP1, take the profit. Don't need to mess around then, baby. So that's TP1 again, more solid this time. That's heading towards TP2 now. Lovely little reversal there. Fantastic in terms of profits. TP2. It's been building, hasn't it? We had a little bit of confusion in the terms that it went to a sell-in between when it first indicated a buy. So we've gone from a selling market to a buying market, definitely. So there's a change of character. But that doesn't mean it's going to carry on. So we don't need to be stuck in one particular way. We don't need to be stuck in buying or selling. And very often a human trader does that. They either buy or they sell. So as I was saying, very critical level 4,000. Market's breached it quite well. $15 above that. Whether it stays or not, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of pressure. Good morning. Thank you. A cup of tea. Do you want to take this one for me? I'd already made one. Yes, I had. Lovely Mrs. J, bring me a nice cup of tea. I don't think she realised I'd got one already this morning before I started the session. It's nice and bright. It's lovely to be up early, and obviously I get up probably about between 5 and 6. Really, I naturally wake up, do some research, get ready for you guys, prepare what we're going to talk about. Look at the market, look at my own trading accounts. So it's sitting around TP 1 and 2. And if you've taken your profits, great. If you have, and usually what I tend to do is, if it's struggling, then I'll take the profit. I think, okay. That doesn't mean it doesn't go afterwards in the middle. Maybe it should have stayed in, but hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda is amazing. We don't have hindsight in this business. We have to make the decisions there and then. So good solid kind of, rise in the market. Look at that, it's gone from $4,004 to 17. That's $13 increase in 10 minutes. So that's TP2. And the headline's telling you 10 minutes ago, gold slips after Brent rises above $90 a barrel. So as I was saying, that's the key. There's key critical in terms of what oil's doing, what the dollar's doing, or what US interest rates are doing. 17. That's 840. So we'll take the next trade card. Buying. More confidence. Plenty of confidence in the market to buy. That's TP1 on that trade. So if I'm not able to follow and you've just joined and you don't, what the hell's this guy talking about? If you scan that QR code, you will actually get access to the light version of our trade cards immediately. Okay? Don't have to fill anything in. Don't have to do anything. So let's have a look at the hour. So that's wiped out the last 2 hours. Will it wipe out this one and go for the daily high? We don't know, it doesn't matter. It's always interesting to know where the market is. So we have this huge buying hour here on Monday. Yeah, a week or so ago, whatever it is. What am I talking about? Monday. It's today. 3 o'clock this morning. Sorry, I thought it was on the wrong end, a different chart. So we had that. So it looked like it's mimicking that. And that's how when it shot up to the $4,028. It looks like I may be trying to do that again. Definitely very solid in terms of a lot of support at this level. But the 4,000, as I said, is very, very key. So a lot of support. A lot of people think bargain time and we buy. And a lot of people think selling time, it's going to go to 3,500. We just trade the market. That's TP1 again. Just take our profit, so we go home. That's basically all we want. Nothing else. That's TP2. Yeah. That's where it's at. So if you don't subscribe to the channel, if you can just do that for me, like the video and press subscribe, that helps me enormously. Almost 1,100 of you now subscribe to the channel. That's incredible over 2.5 months. That is TP2 on there. Wonderful. Slipping down a little. 45, we'll take the next card, see where it's going. Still buying. But remember the golden rule of the candle that's coming down, we don't enter it there. So could have had lovely profits this afternoon. This morning. Getting ahead of myself. Up it's 8:45 in the morning. STP1. Lovely profits this morning. Beautiful. Really good trading. Excellent. So hovering around the 20 mark now, that might be, let's have a look, that might be a barrier for it. No, can't see it. It's past this. So you always look left to see what it's going to do. So it may do the day's high. But we've got these wonderful trade cards that really guide us and are in front of us really. It's like set of headlights for you. It's already started falling a little. So again, that could be the range from 4,000 to around about 4,020. There always is a range. And we just need to watch for that. Sometimes we get a little bit, as traders, we get, over exuberant. It's going to go, and I do it quite a lot. Being caught out a lot of times in my earlier trading career, thinking that, oh my God, this is going to go to the moon. It never does. Or it doesn't fall through to the bottom of the earth or anything like that. It just ranges and it does whatever it needs to do. Okay. So again, like I said, could be change of character at the 40-20. We don't have to overthink it. We just have to add trades. Yeah. Might be just creating some liquidity to go back up. It might be a change of character in terms of it may be just it's done enough and it's coming on its way back down again into that range of between 40-20 and 4,000. If you guys got any questions about trading, how to join, anything, just pop them in there and I'll do them for you. So in 1 minute, we'll find out whether the data is now pointing towards the market beginning to ease off, cool down and come down in price, or if it's still going to continue. So we've just got a few seconds now. My watch is telling me it's time to stand. That just reminds me I need to raise my desk and I'll stand for the next hour. Very sedentary. is our activity with trading. That's why I'm always bouncing around my chair to get the movement. But I sometimes forget I've got a rest desk that I can actually raise. So I'm going to do that in about 10 minutes. I think for the next hour, for the last hour, I'll stand, or the second hour I'll stand. 50 minutes, and let's see. Still a buy, but remember the candles are red, or that candle's red. So as I said, it could be just creating some liquidity to go up again, or it may be that it's done and it wants to come back down the range. We never know. It doesn't matter to us. Just watching the market with you, seeing where it's going. Thanks for the thumbs up, appreciate it. Always nice to get some feedback, nice to get some greetings from you guys, that you're actually active. So as I said, we don't know at this stage. So when there's a first trade card that goes in the opposite direction, it's either a great opportunity or it's a change of character. We call it a choke. And so it's time to just be careful. Assess it as you want. You've got the information. My job is to give you the information and walk you through some of this stuff. Yeah, how you trade and what your own strategy is, that should be written down in your diary every morning. Yeah, you should have a trade plan and go for it. Quickly, let's go with tea. So we're well into 230 episodes, videos that we've done for you, and each one of them will contain nuggets that you can use in your trading. So just building up a free library for you, and if you find something useful, date stamp it, time stamp it, then you can come back to it. Okay, you can refer back to it on the videos. So obviously during the couple of hours that we do, a lot of information gets imparted. Yeah, and I hope it's useful to you. So the back catalog is building in terms of where we are. I will start getting nuggets out at some stage, but not now. We're not ready for that yet. I'm just trying to build up a library, build up our audience, and pushing 1,100 traders following the channel now, which is nuts. If you're not trading with us, give me a shout. Press on that. Sorry, back your code. This is much as I'm blank for a minute. So 415, 416, 40, 16, 40, 15, just range there for the last 5-10 minutes, deciding where the next move is, whether it's down or up. So 54 minutes, got one more minute. We can press the button, we'll go again. So you don't have to sit there studying charts, don't have to learn all of that, don't have to pay for indicators and all sorts of stuff. Just come, learn how to use the trade cards and trade. You can be up and running in a week. So remember the trade card was saying buy. It's 55 minutes past, that was the last one. Let's see what this one's doing. You can refresh, still buying. So maybe the market's had its little, steadiness for the last few minutes. And maybe it's ready to move on again. It could be stuck there for a little while. We're coming up to the top of the hour. It may just be deciding what it wants to do. And there'll be orders opening and closing on trade desks. We shall see. The market does have moments when it's buying, when it's selling. And there's been a big buy now for London. Those are the hours. So it's sold for 3 hours, it's bought for an hour. Then if you break it down, so that's the 30 minutes, that's the previous one. So it didn't do anything for the first 30 minutes. It was selling. So overall, there was very little. So it's this last 30 minutes that's done this. Then you can break it down into 15-minute segments. So there it is. Yeah, it's actually come down in the last 15 minutes. There. So there's the last hour, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45. Okay, so a lot to learn here. Not just pressing the button, more to it than that. And the more you learn, the more your confidence will go up. A great mentor of mine said, when knowledge levels are high, anxiety is low. Yeah, when knowledge levels are low, anxiety is high. It's so true. So it's just ranging. Quite a difficult market to trade when it's this tight. Doesn't mean you can't make any money, but when you get buy, sell in such a tight range, then it's hard. This part was easy, wasn't it? That was easy to write that out. Yeah, you could have got out here, any down there if you wanted. You could have got in again, done that. So that was really easy. And we bought that all the way up. Trade cards got absolutely perfect. First time you joined, we're here not 8 o'clock every morning for the London Open. You can trade live with me for a couple of hours. And then of course the trade cards just carry on. They're available to you 23 hours a day. As long as the market's open, you can download a trade card or you can refresh your trade card. System runs flawlessly through 23 hours a day. So you can trade whenever you like. It's your call. And we also run a fully automated system whereby you can attach to our trading account, still maintain all the control. It's your account, you do what you like with it. We're just pushing out an update on that. We've had I think that's the 7th or 8th update this year. So it's not something that just sits stagnant. I had a meeting this morning with the tech guys and they're pushing out an update as we speak anytime. The market's changing rapidly and it's not the same market that it was a year ago or 6 months ago or 2 years ago. So we need to adapt all the time. Conditions are changing. So it's a buy, all of a sudden you hit TP2. That's the nature of the beast. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. We refresh, see what the next hour brings. whether she carries on buying or selling. The trade card is a buy. That's a strong signal as to what the market's going to do. I'm going to stand up for the next hour. So excuse me if I go out of frame. Here we go. Desk is rising with the market. That's good, huh? Lovely. Let's get that chair out of the way. So market reaches, new high for this session that we've been doing. That's the highest it's been. So we got it absolutely spot on. That was TP2, and it carries on rising. So the trade card's absolutely perfect, spot on in terms of what's going on, where they are, and how they work. Understandable that the market comes down a little bit, had that little breather there, and it's back. Continuing its rise, continuing the push up. Always stop losses, always TPs. Stop loss is your parachute that you need. You wouldn't jump out of a plane without it. $24, that's TP3 territory. I need to bring this down so we can see what's going on. Nice. So it's about the body of the day's high is hit that. This is on the hour now. Look at this straight away, 3 minutes into 9 o'clock this hour on what it's doing. Yeah. Trade cards absolutely immaculately predicting the market this morning. Incredible. Really good. Really happy with those. That was TP2. So last 3 or 4 trades, you could have TP2, TP3s, and it's carrying on. It's not stopped yet. We're looking for 25 as TP3. And you'll be able to see this if you download the trade card, which is completely free. Just drop me a message or scan that QR code. And it's not wildly difficult. Easing up. So head's coming off that wick on that candle there for the 1 hour. So it's virtually taken out the last 3 hours of selling. May have topped out. We don't know. Bypass. Let's see what goes. Still buying. 77% probability. Don't enter a buy. I don't enter a buy when the candles are red. We've had a great trading session so far this morning. The first hour yielded us quite a lot of TPs, even this last one, 9:05. Buying still, but with that caveat, okay? You can see the market, you see what it's doing. So don't blindly just get led by a system. And you'll still make money. It'll eventually do what the trade cards are saying, but not before you hit stop loss, right? And that's pointless. Entry's everything. So it's reversed a lot of that. And the hour does change. It's really strange that you get 1 hour buying and you get the next hour selling. And you see it in loads when you look at the charts. And I've never really looked into it as to why that happens, but it does. You know, an hour actually changes things. And you often get that. 1 hour buys, 1 hour sells, 1 hour buys, 1 hour sells. Or it rises for 2-3 hours like we saw earlier. That London had virtually cancelled out all the selling that had gone on overnight. But then it's the price change that we need to make the money go. It's the volatility. That's what I love about gold, is the volatility of it. Because the price moves, you get into something like order CAD, you could be in a trade for 6 months before the price moves. It's awful. So I hope you're having a successful morning. It's third week of the month. So we've got 2 more trading weeks left, 10 more trading days, including today. We've had 13 already, so we're halfway through. How are you getting on? I'm about 2/3 of my target in terms of what I wanted to achieve. So slightly ahead. Which is nice, yeah? Nothing like being ahead of where you would need to be. So as I said, you know, it's reversed back, it's given up all those gains that we had, but the profits were magnificent. 3 or 4 trade cards after trade card of profit. And now it'll either carry on coming down or it'll go to a certain point and it'll start rising again. The data's pointing to the market rising. So that's an interesting element of where we are. But that could change. Nothing to stop it. We just follow the market. We trade price action. We don't decide on which way the market goes. We just need to work with it. And that's why things like the book, Trading in the Zone, particularly chapter 11, would really be a big help to you. I see it on the desks of a lot of traders. I have a copy and it's downstairs in our office. I never get a chance to look at it. Mrs. Jade's always got it. I think it's time I invested in my own copy. So she's easing back. 10 past 9. Let's take the next trade card. Still saying buy. Yeah, the data is still positive in terms of buying. So that's an interesting place to be, especially when it's doing that. And this is the problem with as human traders, you think, oh, it's coming down, but the data's pointing in a completely different direction. So if nothing else, at least you won't get into losing trades, thinking one way with emotion and patterns and gut and all the rest of it, and look at the raw data. It doesn't matter who you are as a trader, no matter how much experience you've got, we still have emotions. And that is what will undo a lot of traders. And they can read the charts, they can do the market, it's their own emotions of how they feel. That'll undo them. And this removes all of that. Yeah, we have none of that going on at all. It's pure science, pure maths that we've got here. So here she goes. Is this the push up now? That's getting towards TP1. And being here, trading together, whether you're trading or not, or just being in the environment, will be a massive help to you in your trading journey. So just being in the room, proximity is power. Yeah, your environment is everything. You are a result of your environment. Yeah, that's saying lay down with dogs and wake up with fleas. So true. So is this and that? Is this the next leg now? The next push up. That's TP1 and more. Market doing what it does beautifully, and the trade cards being ahead of the market. Yeah, all the way down. That's the market intelligence that we've got. And that's what's really helping. Yeah. So you could have had TP1, just almost TP2, got a little bit of red now. Again, like I said, we don't know how far, whether it's retracing back to go up or it's done for the day in terms of its high, because everything's pointing to a market that's coming down. Oil, interest rate fears, gold futures, but there we go, TP2. And results speak for themselves, don't they? Louder than I ever will. Your results speak for yourself. But I want you to be a successful trader. I don't want you to be a happy trader. I don't want you to be obsessed with the market. I don't want you to chase the market. I want to do it with ease. Yeah? So that we're in the room together. We trade together. That's TP3. Yeah? And we learn. We learn from each other all the time. That's TP3. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So if you remove all the emotion, all of that, just follow the system. It's only one skill to learn. Yeah? TP3. Wonderful, wonderful market in what it's doing. Thank you for joining me the last hour and 15 minutes. Really appreciate it. I know some of you drop in and some of you stay for the whole session. whatever suits. I'm here for 2 hours, regardless. Every Monday to Friday. And like I said, there's over 200 videos now on trading in the back catalogue on YouTube that you can watch back. And it's not entertainment, unfortunately, right? But there's some good nuggets in there, yeah? That's TP, heading towards TP4. And the day's high as well. Which is wonderful. And that is TP4. Yeah, trade of the day so far. Let's think we've done a 4. We've done loads of 3s today. Haven't done a 4. Let's see if we can do a 5. It's all the way up at 28, which is the high of the day. I think it'll do it. Yeah, I think this session will do that. This hour, the way it's going up, that'll hit that. And we'll do a TP5. Almost there. Just shy. Yeah, TP5 was 28.90 through almost 29. Hit 27.88. So wow. And a pip. Oh, is it a pip? Something like that. Make money. Just take money off the table, guys. Yeah. That's all you need to do. Yeah. Take the money, take it off the table. Just coming back. Yeah, very, very bullish at the moment in terms of the movement. The trend, very strong. So if you look at the 5 minutes, straight up, very little retracement. We look at the last couple of hours, I've been so solid. So it's heading, it's almost did the day's high. Not quite, so it's matched that. So there's a lot of demand at this moment in time. So we'll see now whether it's topped out and it wants to start selling. Doesn't matter, we don't care. As traders, we make money whether the market buys or sells, which is the wonderful thing about it. So she's rising again. 19.19, 1 minute before we hit the next trade card. Would have been lovely to have got TP5. We haven't had that today. But you know what? TP4s and TP3s and TP1s, all money on the table, right? Take your money. That's all you have to do. Yeah, make your money and go. Market doesn't care who we are. Yeah, it doesn't care about our background, our qualifications. Just doesn't care. It's beautiful. Just pure. No discrimination, no nothing. Easing little now. And it did that here, didn't it? Look, we saw that. We saw that here, there. We saw it ranging there, shot up. Yeah? Retracement, shot up. And then look, that beautiful little arc, and then shh, right? May do the same again. These are just patterns, patterns repeat after pattern after pattern after pattern. Yeah, still buying, 76% confidence. But again, let it come down. Let it come to you. Let the market come to you. Okay? Don't rush. Do not chase it. Let the market come. It'll come. Okay. You will be a successful trader. You will be profitable. Your destiny is in your hands entirely. That's what I love about trading. It's up to us. Our trade, our destiny, our control, our account, our money. Yeah? Nobody's got their hands in your pocket. It's your account. It's your money. Do with it as you wish. So, starting with a small account, you want to compound, you want to learn to trade. You'll lose a bit. You'll have losing days. And if you can't stand that, then don't do this. Do something else. Just work for whatever. Work for somebody, yeah? Because business isn't about making money every day. It just can't happen. Nobody ever has. Not a single person. And so if you're prepared for that, then it's a great skill to learn. Take it with you anywhere in the world. Trade from anywhere. Just need a phone and a Wi-Fi. Yeah. So as I said, we're still buying, and now it's the first green candle. So if you're looking to get in, now would be the opportunity, and the entry would be good. But again, always with caution. No bravado, no ego, because it will punish ego. It does that. I've done it plenty of times. Done all these things. Been at it 5-6 years now, right? Made all the mistakes that anybody could. Greed. That's what. Yeah. Somebody just why? It's greed. Simple. Or you think you can beat the market? Ego. The market will humble you all the time. My trading is very different to how it used to be. There's no impulse there now. There's no greediness. I do shut down and go away when I've done my target and don't open up again. Learning a lot of that from my partner, who's the most disciplined trader I've ever met. And no ego, cool as a cucumber. Absolutely. Yeah. Executes like a machine. So market's easing up. Like I said, it's either just taking a little breather before it comes back. 2 minutes before we take the next trade card at 25 minutes past 9. So I'm on the 5-minute time frame. You can take trade cards at 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour. I prefer the 5 minutes, unless I'm trading for longer term evenings and where I don't want to be so on it. So if I'm doing it passively and I want to take some trades in the evening, I generally go to the hour. So there's your market coming back. As I said, it maybe take a little breather to come back, which it does. A little bit of liquidity, wants to flush out some of the sellers or the buyers. Plenty of that goes on with the institutions. They know there's 25% of us that are retail buyers. We've got stop losses and we've got TPs that they can knock out at will. So big movements on that. It's exactly what they're designed to do. And of course, our losses are their gains. Okay. At TP2 and more, almost TP3. That's exactly what we were saying. 25 minutes past. Let's see what it's doing. That we've done the high for the day. That we've just taken that little breather, and we had the signs there. Have the signs there to go into that trade. Right there. So look at this now. Up. Yeah, maybe I'll do that same again. One of these times it'll come straight back as well. So be careful. Yeah, that's what stop loss is for. Don't get brave. Yeah, don't get too brave with it, okay? Because remember, it's get that 20. It was from 28. It came all the way down here. So from 30, it can come all the way down as well. And it usually does. Yeah. So it's been a wonderful session this morning. No stop losses hit whatsoever. Right? I think the very first one was really kind of tough. The very first trade card we took at 8:05 was just nonsense. And maybe one or two others after that. So what we're doing is we're shifting towards a lot more education, a lot less you can follow the trades yourselves. They're there, right? And so if you've got any questions, ask me. We're going to talk about gold. We want to talk about business planning. We want to talk about this account at 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, £1 million. Yeah? How do you get that going? So eased off again, nice big shoot up, come back down. It's not a bad way of trading. Let's check a few messages. Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much for that. That's nice. So market's coming down. Just want to check a few things whilst you guys are minding your trade. Look at it, it comes all the way down. But you know what? That's more opportunity because it goes straight back up. Beautiful. It's the easiest trading I've seen in weeks. It's so easy. Don't bet on it. Just watch go with your system. Do not be, it's going to do this, because it won't. Right? The one time that you bet on it doing that, it'll come straight down and bite you in the bum. So don't do that. Do the card. I'm pointing as my iPad's over there. My screen with the trade cards is there. That's why I'm pointing over there. My trading's over here. My phone's over here. I've got you guys up front and my chart and all the other paraphernalia, and then I've got my trade cards over on that side. So that's when you see the movement. So one more minute, and then we're into the last 30 minutes with me this morning. So see what it's going to do. So the last hour been massive in terms of buying, but you need to start looking at the picture a little bit here. So that's a 15 minute, that's a 5 minutes. Yes, big drop on the 5 minutes. So it's just showing you, what it's actually doing. So the hour shows you one picture. In the last 15 minutes, showing you that two retracements there to retrace all the way back. Maybe making some more room to rise again. We don't know. Okay, so one more minute, we take the next card. And if you think, what the hell is this man talking about? I'm talking about trading gold. We do that 8 till 10 every single morning. There's about 1,100 almost traders that follow us. We hit the 1,000 mark last week, which is like, what the hell's going on here? Maybe we've got something that people want to learn about, right? So we have trade cards that we allow you to have access to completely free. Scan that QR code. Please, 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 please. Could you please follow us, right? Subscribe and like the video, because it gets it out there. Yeah, it's useful. People want to know. 30 minutes past. Let's see where we are. Is there a choke? Still buying. not as strong, obviously. And we don't get in when the candles are doing that, right? Because this will come all the way back down, only to do the same again. But that's great, right? Makes life really easy for us, doesn't it? So what's it done? It's giving up a lot of the gains of this hour. Yeah, so just as you've seen those spikes over there, you've seen this spike here. Rose the most, biggest spike down. Yeah, gold steady as market assesses Middle East escalation. Fed hike bets. Two things that are driving oil two things driving gold price. One is the oil price, one is Fed interest rates. So all the market cares about. Yeah. So it's always looking for clues as to what's going to go on with interest rates, because that's not imminent. Gold, oil obviously fluctuates minute by minute by minute, just like gold does. So then it does that. Okay. So an expensive barrel of oil means cheaper gold, because people are having to pay more for their oil, right? So gold is a reserve in terms of safe haven for rainy day. Well, when oil hits $90 a barrel, that's a rainy day. Yeah, that's then time to cash in, sell some of it. And that's why during this conflict in particular, gold's actually fallen in price, which was the thing that we never really bought, safe haven, danger, money into gold. But governments have had to sell gold to buy oil because it's prolonged. And then when you read history, then you realize that gold initially surges in a war and it actually comes down because of that very reason. And this is what about education of your subject. If you trade, I don't trade anything else. I don't do crypto, I don't do currencies, I only trade gold, because it allows me to focus and learn more about the subject that I want to work with. And that's what really, really, I'm happy about that. That's just my desk going up. Yeah. I'm actually remembering to stand whilst I'm doing this instead of just sat on my backside for 2 hours. So that's the hour, 33 minutes past. We took the trade card at 30. So markets come down to this level again, had a little bit of a rise there. So whether she's going to go and do it all over again, we don't know. And it doesn't really matter. It makes no difference to us what it does, because we're not investors in gold. We're traders. We trade the market in and out. We trade the options of the asset. So because people will say, why don't you trade this or why don't you trade that? So I say, well, because I don't actually trade the asset itself. It doesn't matter to me what it is I trade. I like trading gold because I know the price movements. I've been doing it for 5 years. Also like it because there's a lot of volatility, which means there's a lot of money to be made. There's also a lot of money to be lost. But if you've got the right guidance, if you're in the right environment, then we can make that a lot safer. And one of those is obviously using the stop loss. Okay. And the other is a disciplined trading, having a trading plan, writing down, journaling, and being part of the community. All of those things will give you a level of success. No one thing will. There's no magic bullet. But all of those things combined will help you trade better. Yeah. So you can follow these. So that's TP1. So we used to it's TP2, we hit that. I'll do some of the trading with you, but I can't do it for you. So that's TP1 that you'd hit if you'd have taken that trade card and put your trade in. Okay. But we've had a lot of buying over the last couple of hours. So there's going to be some retracement at some point. When it is, nobody knows. I certainly don't. Some of the charts will tell you that it hits certain levels, but we don't need to follow the charts. We've got trade cards that are doing all that heavy lifting for us. It's taken my wife 6 years, 5.5, 6 years to learn to be a profitable trader, and consistently. And that's what it takes to do it properly. In terms of, if you want to watch the charts, look at those, plot those, know what the levels are, what key levels are, and you want to study it every day. So I'm doing a lot of that for you. I'm taking the time that it takes to consume all of that content and distilling it in these couple of hours every day. Love it though. So 9:36, we took the one at 35, and that hit TP1. And like I said, maybe some of the steam's come out of the market now, but the price has gone a little bit too high, and then people are thinking, you know what, let's bring it down a little bit. So that's TP1. As I said, you know all of these things now. Those of you that be with me regularly, you know this, right? Ask me any questions you want, anything you got doubts about, use the session to serve you. Uh, 36 minutes, got some time. Just gonna check something out. Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you for all of those that subscribe to my channel. It's been an absolute pleasure building it. Love building businesses, love building ideas. So, you know, we hit 1,000 subscribers on Friday. We're at about 1,100 now. So the momentum will only get faster. We will only do more, offer you more value and more tools to trade and become successful at trading. 23 is TP2 on that. So beautiful bit of trading, comes down, goes up. We're not trading it on the way down at the moment. We may do, with the trade cards may start pointing at that when there's a change of character. But the buying is strong right now. And I hope you are cashing in and adding to your accounts. Beautiful, beautiful trading. So that's TP2 that it's sitting at, nice and steady. There's no erratic moves, got plenty of time. We don't need to rush anything today. Great session, really, really good session. $39 minutes, got one more minute. We take the next trade card. I'm here with you till 10 this morning. Thank you for all of you that subscribed this morning to the channel. If you haven't done so, please do. That really helps me. To kind of know where the demand is, whether people want this. Because if you don't want it, I won't do it. I'll do it for me or my ego and do it for you guys. Because genuinely wanted something different to trading instead of just people being on Telegram and nothing really. Get nothing after that. Once you're in their ecosystem, don't really offer you anything. Give you signals when they feel like it. Wanted to do something a little bit more comprehensive, a bit more inclusive, which is what we are, and the numbers are proving it. The next trade card, it's 9:40. Still buying. Yeah. So we've hit the day's high, exceeded what happened early hours of the morning. And so let's see what happens now for the next 20 minutes that I'm with you for. But plenty of profits. So it's been really good from that point of view. Really enjoyed that. So rising. So TP1 on this particular card is 25.83. Be careful, the market is really moving slowly. Yeah, so with your stop loss in your TP. You made lots of money this morning with me. The trade cards have been absolutely superb. As I said, we had a slow start, but magnificent since then. And so the hours continue to buy. As I was saying to you earlier, if you break this down, 30-minute, both sections positive. On the 15 minutes, 2 negative and 2 positive so far. That was probably the last, that was the last of the last hour. So this hour's here, which is this one. So positive, negative, positive. Retraced all the way back there in that 15-minute section. On the 5 minutes, same kind of picture. We were here, there. 9 o'clock, went off like a steam train, came. That was my camera decided to go into sleep mode. That's the first time we've had that this session. Does it 2 or 3 times sometimes. So apologies for that. As long as the chart's up, I'll be there, right? Makes me laugh. Interesting. Just watching the price movements on my phone, my MT4. Really interesting market this morning. Been easy to trade. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it this morning. Is it on the way on the rise again? Wow, quite a bullish sentiment this morning from London, which has surprised me because everything I read was quite bearish. As long as we make money, that's the thing. But then remember, I studied the charts and learned to trade in the traditional way. We didn't have any of these tools 5-6 years ago. And certainly the trade cards that we have now, we've been working with signal providers, traders for probably just over a year now, and that's been a great journey. Learned an awful lot, the good, bad, and the ugly part of signals, and then this was just been a game changer. To be able to trade when I want to, I can. Last night, 11 o'clock, I can trade. Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning, I can get up, trade. I can pull down the trade cards. So that in itself is the convenience of being able to trade when I want to trade. Is another level. So market easing up now. It's going to be some retracements, 45 minutes. Let's see what she's doing now. So still buying, but only 57%. So that's the lowest confidence score that I've seen for the last hour and a half. So maybe the market is turning. We don't know. Doesn't matter. Lots and lots of opportunity this morning to make your profits and bank them, which is the most important. Keeping money is far more important than making it, as most traders just give it back. And they give it back by over trading. And that's the biggest problem that we have. $47 minutes is still a buy. So that's at TP1 now. Moving on from concentrating on your TP1s and, that simplistic approach of, oh, it's hit this, press the button. We've matured. We've been at this for 2.5 months. This is my 3rd month doing this with you. So I've learned an awful lot about what's actually required. And I want to educate you guys. I want you to understand what's going on. And then you'll be able to follow those trade cards yourself. And that's your tool. It's free. It'll be free forever. We're not ever going to start charging you or anything like that. Not trying to create dependency, trying to create great traders. Yeah, a sea of them. And the fact that now there's always, like I said, a few under 1,100, which we'll hit today. And we hit 1,000 on Friday. So the numbers are escalating faster and faster of traders that are wanting to follow the system. And that's what we want. Yeah, make it simple. Very, very easy for you to follow this. So 2 more minutes. I'll always pull down the trade cards with you. I just won't religiously talk through them all the time. You can see those for yourself. And any questions I'm available for. So the market wasn't quite as strong here. Came down a little bit, but then it didn't. So maybe just narrowing now, because we've had some decent movements. So may just narrow out and just trundle along in a very, very narrow range. It's just my guess because of what I'm seeing here. So let's have a look on the 5 minutes. What is it doing? Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I think it leads up. I think it's done a lot of movement today. It's done $20 during that session, and of course we've had all the ups and downs of it as well. So it's done the peak, done the high of the day in this session, 9:20. So it might, maybe there's some profit taking now. 9:50. Still buying, only 57% though, right? So not quite as strong in terms of market direction. And you make of that as you will. What you should do is have some kind of rules-based system that if it's this number, then I'm going to trade. If it's this number, I'm not going to trade. Yeah. So it may drop now to a bit of profit taking. This from all the buys people got into, or they start shorting it, thinking it's peaked, it's going to come down, and they start going the other way. And the beautiful thing about having a fully automated system is it doesn't have the psychology, doesn't have the muscle memory. Oh, we've been, let's see, at DA Listra 3500 soon. You just don't know. It could do it. I seriously think it could do it. 3800, probably first. And it might be, if the war carries on, the chances of inflation and interest rates going up will go higher and higher and higher, and we will get $3,500 gold. It's the last plateau of where I've seen a graphic that I can't put up, well, I can't find, but yeah, the bottom was, they said generational wealth, that money enters at 3,500, and I set my goal at that 3,500. I'm buying physical gold. Yes, you don't do monsters, you, hey? I'm with you on it. I'm with you on it. I'm also at 4,500 to 5,000 by the end of the year, so yeah, I think short term, definitely. Whilst the war's carrying on, it could just, it just does that. I don't do silver, I don't do anything else. So yeah, if that's your ban, then do it. Whatever makes you money, right? Just do that. But do it disciplined. Don't do, you know, now all of you guys that trading gold, don't say, oh, I'm going to start looking at silver. You need to learn about these things, okay? They all take time. It's a skill. So I was saying it may ease off, maybe profit taking. We had so much buying, that's bound to happen, okay? So there's the 5 minutes. May get stuck there. May come all the way back down to the 4,000 or thereabouts, as it was this morning. Doesn't matter, we don't care. Right, 54 minutes. I'm going to take the last trade card with you in 1 minute. Then I'm done. It's been really enjoyable, but we had so much profit taking. There's so many TPs hit today. Been really, really an easy session, to be honest with you. There's no challenges there at all. Yeah, we just bought and bought and bought and bought and bought all morning. First couple of trades were a bit challenging, but since about 8:15, we've been smashing it. So that's the 1 minute, continues to come down. So we'll see what the trade card is. Maybe neutral now. Still buying, sell. Yeah. This is time to be careful now because the data starts playing around when there's a change of character coming. So there's a few false starts and it may be a fake breakout downwards or upwards. I totally agree with you. Yep. It's not even toilet paper, is it? Because all that nonsense crypto, just digital stuff on your phone, isn't it? I don't even give you a piece of paper for it. So it survived everything else. Gold and silver have survived everything. Yeah. Over 5,000-6,000 years old. Survived every currency. every empire known to man. Yeah, the Romans, the Egyptians, the Brits. It'll survive the Americans. Yeah, it'll survive everything. And hence we trade it. You know, the Indians have been buying and selling gold generations, 5,000, 6,000 years. So why would I do anything different? Physical gold. Yeah, now options now, because obviously that wasn't available. We had to buy physical gold. I'm going to talk to you about that actually. We are looking at physical gold acquisition for you guys. So yeah, Delistra, yeah, absolutely. You know, just fundamentals. But I think the problem is that we live in this nanosecond culture. We will need to be rich every 10 seconds, but you don't. Life doesn't work like that. Yeah. Sustainable wealth, generational wealth is where it matters. So that was a sell at 57. So it's now probably fulfilling that. We're coming down towards TP1. So have a great session in terms of where you are if you're going to carry on trading. I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. for the London Open. And we'll do this all again tomorrow. Thank you very much for all of you that subscribed. If you haven't, please do. Really would appreciate it. We're now followed by it's probably done it now, about 1,100 traders, which is fantastic. Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows what, you know, why would they tell us there's not that much gold and all the rest of it? Nobody's, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't buy into it. We trade price action. Yeah, we probably hit, I don't know, during, we take 12 an hour, 24. We'll probably hit 15 profitable trades today. And we just make our money, put the money in the bank, go home. Because if you start going down these rabbit holes about what's doing what's happening, physical gold maybe, but that's a different story altogether. So we'll see what goes. I will see you tomorrow. It's 2 minutes. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all your messages. Delistra, thank you so much. I can only pronounce what I can see on the screen. So if you want to give me you want to post your proper name, send it to me via message or whatever, no problem. That'd be great. Been an absolute pleasure. Hope you join us again. Always interesting having conversations with people that know about the subject. That's challenging, and it's great to hear views from different people. You know, because that's how we grow is by talking and listening. You know, we've got a very polarized society at the moment. Lister, great, no problem. And you know, we've got a very polarized society at the moment where we can't disagree. You know, you have to agree with me. We don't have to do that at all. We've never agreed. And if we'd always just agreed, we wouldn't have made any progress. We wouldn't have the wheel, we wouldn't have fire, we wouldn't have anything, right? Because somebody said, can't do that. Oh, you're right. It's only by challenging each other that we grow. And that's healthy, that's good for us, right? So on that note, I hope you've had a fantastic morning. Great, Lister, speaking with you. Great to make your acquaintance. And what I love about what we're doing here, as I've spoken to people from Iran, from several countries in Africa, from India. We've actually got clients now from Africa, which is brilliant. Yeah. And absolutely fantastic. So have a great session. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm off now. I will see you at 8 a.m. tomorrow, same place. Bye bye now.